Hey up, it's me, it's Big Juffer, how you doing? You know, I like a high score challenge, because I take part in the Tubers high score challenge and the Mainmeister's high score kerfuffle, and I also do 8-Bit Boys Master System challenge every now and again, because some of those games are really, really good. I love a high score challenge. The one thing I don't like doing a high score challenge on it is Antstream, because the lag is just atrocious. Antstream's good if you're out and about and you've got it on your phone. If you want to do a serious high score challenge, nah, it's bollocks. Anyway, one other good thing that does a good high score tracker is Laumchbox. So you can see Laumchbox here, and I've got two of my favourite games, Mushihimesama Futari Black Label. And if you highlight the game at the top, click on high scores, you get monthly leaderboards, yearly leaderboards, and all-time community leaderboards. So you can see on Mushihimesama Futari Black Label, I'm top of the shop on Laumchbox. Set that score nearly 2 years ago now. Bloody hell, I wonder if I could still do it. 374 million. Which is just in front of me, good mate Ben G Man UK. Ben's an absolute diamond. I mean, the scoring on this particular game is a bit stupid, so if you don't get the scoring, you're not going to score high. But also, we've got Mushihimesama, the original, where again we've got the yearly community leaderboard and all-time leaderboard, and I'm top of that on 21,415,000 whatever. Now that's not strictly speaking fair, because I set that score on Maniac mode. And Maniac mode scores way higher than normal mode. And I think the other scores on there are set on normal mode. So, aside from doing it on Launchbox, I thought, let's try and get as high as I can on the Steam leaderboards. Because I've got Mushihimesama on Steam. If I can find the right icon, here we go. Here we are. So I'm going to try it. I'll start off by showing you where I am on the leaderboard. We'll do normal and Maniac, I think. Make it interesting. And then take it from there. Let's see how high I can get. Probably not very. See you in a bit. So here we are in the Steam version of Mushihimesama. This is the first game, not for Atari, so it's just Mushihimesama, the normal one. And see if I can work out how the leaderboards work. So on normal mode, on original, to find my score, I'm going to be woeful on this. I am 495th in the world. Bloody hell. So that's good. So I need to improve on 495th on normal. And if we go back and just reload the leaderboard for normal and change it, if I can remember, Maniac, there we go. And Maniac, find my score. Just so it's connecting. What am I? 516th. Fucking hell. So 516th on Maniac, 495 on normal. That's a great leveler, isn't it? When you think, hey, I'm top on Launchbox, I must be fucking incredible. Yeah, it's because nobody plays it on Launchbox, isn't it? So, great. I'm happy with that. I'll see if I can improve. It's going to be a week by week thing. If I can get into the top 250, say, to start with, I'll be happy. So, okay. Join me later on. I'll show you some highlights and stuff. Shit, that's one for the highlight reel. Shit. We're at 40 million yet, right? Shit. Not going to rescue that. Not without a bomb anyway. Oh, here we go. Fuck. Oh! Hey up, it's me. Doing a quick voiceover for this run. This is the best run I've done so far. So this one ends up with me at position number 350, which I think is pretty damn good for an old git. So yeah, just going to do a quick voiceover. So those who don't know, Mushihimesama is an absolutely fucking blinding game. It's one of my favourite games, although I do prefer the sequel, Mushihimesama Futari, which I'm much better at than this. So yeah, I've been concentrating on getting better scores in the Maniac mode, because Maniac mode's way more interesting than the normal mode. So this is just level 1, trying to keep the multiplier up as much as possible. So by hitting baddies, you can see that number there gets bigger and bigger, and it very rapidly runs down when you're not hitting anything. So it pays to hit things and try and keep the chain going. I don't keep the chain going for ages, and you know, I'm not an expert by any means, but I'm quite proud of this run. This run was pretty good. So, like I say, level 1, normal mode, well, normal game mode. So not a range mode, but on Maniac level. 3 bombs, 3 lives, and the first level, even though it looks like it's bloody horrible, it's not that bad at all. You can kind of sneak through little gaps, and the good thing about this game is, and you can see the buttons at the bottom, I've got shot, bomb and full auto modes for the shooting. So full auto is useful, which I just hold my thumb on all the time on my arcade stick, and that just keeps firing constantly and you move pretty quick. And when you hold shot down, it's like Dodonpachi, go into slow motion mode. Don't necessarily do any more damage, but it helps you get through the pattern of the bullets and that. So again, this bullet pattern looks pretty nasty, especially for a boss on level 1, but it's not really that difficult. You've got huge gaps to get through, and there's only that little dot right in the middle of your character that gets hit by a bullet, and those big round bullets as well, you have to be hit right in the middle by them. So these ones, if they clip you on the edge, and these ones, they won't kill you. So it might look like I'm going through bullets at sometimes, and it's, I don't know, it's really quite difficult to die at this point. So the good thing about Steam is that it keeps a track of how well you're doing with little widgets. So you can see on the left hand side of the screen there's a widget there. It tells me my stage score, and it splits the stage into 3 levels. On the right is my current best score, and if it turns yellow, then that means that's a personal best. So that was a personal best for stage 1 for me. So on to stage 2. Stage 2 gets way more tasty well earlier on, and there's a little trick you can do, which I don't do very well, but you can have a look anyway. And it's with these things that open up and spit bullets at you. So if you can get close to him, there you go, I did it there. You get close, they actually absolutely spunk diamonds at you. But you have to do it while they're closed, and if you stay within a certain limit of them, they won't open up without continue spunking diamonds at you, like there. Look, that one's absolutely spunking loads. To use a bomb? Yeah, to use a bomb then. Because this is the thing, you can risk stuff to get loads of points, or you can just bomb and carry on. So I was trying to keep my multiplier up as high as possible. You see I've got a yellow score for that first part. So that was, again, on like purple sectors in Formula 1 so far for all the sections. So again, this boss looks harder than he is. There's a definite pattern to it. You can work the pattern out and just swim through like I am doing. The gaps are pretty big in the bullets, so again, you just aim for the gap. And the thing is, I think this is a trick with all these games, is not to see the bullets but to see the gap, because as soon as you start concentrating on the bullets, you'll try and pick them up. So you've got to concentrate on the gap and aim for the gap. And that's my biggest top tip I'm going to give you. Because yeah. Right, this one, look, see, that thing's not opened up yet, and it's absolutely spunking loads of diamonds at me. And diamonds are great if you don't die before the end of the level, because they'll get toted up at the end of the level. If you die, you lose all your diamonds, gems, whatever we're going to call them. Let's call them diamonds because it's easier, even though they're yellow. And you can see the multiplier then was up to 14,000 and something, which is pretty good for level 2. And you can see in the mid sector, I'm not quite as high a score as I was on the previous level time I had to go. Right, there you go. Just using that to spunk as many diamonds at me as possible. And there's a bomb. Let's pick the bomb icon up. So this thing, what I always do is shoot its legs off. I'll start at the left, then move over to the right. Again, the bullets gaps are fairly big there. Nothing too hasty yet or too worrying. This bit looks worse than it is because there's the same route you can take all the way through. If you nip to the left here, you can just sail through everything. And the tricky bit is coming up. So after this, we'll get loads of big bullets, yeah. And then this bit here, he spunks out. You have to spot where the lane is. If you pick the wrong alleyway to go up, yeah, you're basically fucked. From the outset, you have to use a bomb to get out of it. So sector 3 is yellow, which is good. By some margin as well, by the look of it. Previously I had 3 million on that and I got 6 million. And I think that's from using those little plants to spunk all the gems at me and get my multiplier up. Just weaving through the gaps. Again, this is easier than it looks because that big bullet, you have to hit it right in the middle for it to kill you. So it can graze you, no damage whatsoever. Cool, so I've gained an extra life at 10 million, so I've got 3 lives. Use 1 bomb and pick 1 bomb up, so it's not going too bad at the minute. And stage total of 10 million. Beauty, which is 3 million more than my previous go. Now this level is, I think this is my favourite level in the game so far. And he dies. That was a really stupid place to die. I'm not gonna lie, the gaps there are huge. There was no reason. I think I was not going to make an excuse. I just lost a life in a stupid place, but at least it was the start of the level, not halfway through. Now this bit again looks worse than it is. Really big gaps to get through. Big baps to get through. What am I, Tory MP? Looking at big baps instead of tractors. Anyway, yeah. Now this bit, it's hard if you do it wrong. So what you can see is there's a gap where I should have got over to the left, and I didn't, so I got into trouble. I'll show you again here. Right, now there's not the big streams of fat bullets. Okay, you get streams of fat bullets, then there's a gap to move over to the other side, then streams of fat bullets, then a gap to move to the other side, streams of fat bullets, then there's a gap. And you just have to aim for the gap all the time. Your multiply now is up to like 14,000, which is pretty good. So the score will be absolutely rocketing up right now. And again, there, big gap to get through. Again, this bit, not really anything too tricksy. There's always a gap to get through there. And this bit looks spectacular, but yeah, you just have to rail on that boss. As soon as you do, and you blow that part of the boss up, the bullet cancel kicks in. And again, this bit is similar to the earlier bit where there's a gap to get through. So you just kind of nudge to one direction, then there'll be a gap to nudge back the other way. There's a gap again. You just got to spot the gaps all the time. So here, nudging to the right, and there'll be a gap again to get back over to the left if I need it. I've got the bullet cancel. There's a Facebook notification coming in from Manshovel. Thanks, Manshovel. And the more we keep doing it, there we go. And again, there will be a gap here to sneak back over to the left. There it is. Yeah, so you've got to keep your eye out for the gaps. Not the bullets, the gaps. Concentrate on the gaps. That's it, keep going, keep going. Now this one should fire out a load more bullets and look a bit more spectacular. But again, massive alleyway to get through in the middle of that. So nothing really to worry about. I was lucky to get away with not dying there. And again, went for the gap for the crossover. So going for the left, then going to the right and looking for the gap. Across the road. It's the green cross code of shmups. Here you go, did it again there, you see, where there's a little gap, just move back to the other side. And as we keep going, there'll be a bullet cancel coming up. Oh no, you don't get bullet cancel on this bit, my mistake. This is just the same as the earlier bit. Now this does get tricky, because the gaps are getting a lot smaller. And it's suddenly ramping up on you that these gaps ain't as big as they used to be. And I did use a bomb there, because I was panicking a little bit, and to my everlasting shame I didn't pick up that bomb that was floating right in front of my face when I could have got it without dying, and then I got clipped by a bullet and died like an idiot. So there's definitely room for improvement here. I've lost 2 lives already that were in, I think, a stupid position, but I've just gained another life for getting 30 million, and again, that losing a life there, unforgivable really. There is always a gap. Right, how many lives I've got? Got 1 life left. Level 3 boss. Lost all my bonus for my gems, so I'm not happy about that. Easy lives thrown away. And this is a bit more tricky. so the gaps aren't as big, and you kind of have to look at what's coming as well as what's in your immediate vicinity. But it is doable. I might use a bomb in a minute. Yeah, there's a bomb. So that boss is down to half health already. We're doing quite well. This is a very good respite in this boss. Although I got myself in a nice little corner, so I had to use a bomb to get out of it. But that I think is the easiest part. Now this bit, this is where you earn your money. As a fat old man sneaking through gaps, I had to bomb. There again, I can see where the gap was now, looking back at it. Cool, killed him. So stage total 19 million, which is a personal best, but still not great. Still not great. Look at all that bonus lost. Pathetic. Right, this stage is an absolute beauty. It is fantastic. We've got 1 life, no bombs. For all this, I'm just having to squeeze through as much as I can. Getting across that gap there, I think I was a ninja at that point. Really proud of that. And that one, that was a really good one to get through as well. So those previous 2 lives that I lost in a stupid way, I kind of made up for there by using the force. And I think I did it again here, yeah. So that's three times on this level I've used the force. Trouble is, you're expected to do it a lot more than 3 times on this. It just gets way more difficult, way faster than anything you've seen before. Again, this bit's not too bad. As long as you only get one of those big guys at once, you can deal with one pattern. But then you get 2 or 3 at once and it goes a bit pear-shaped. So still no bombs. I'm having to do all this by going, ah, and screaming a lot. Right, there we go. You see there was 2. And I used the force again. That's 4 times. That, I think, is my proudest moment in the shoot up. I was doing really well. And then it all went to shit. And where we're going. Now, this is alright. The gap's fairly big. This is okay. I am on my last life though, and I've not bombed yet. And that, I was saved there by the bullet cancel. Just doing enough damage to it so that it exploded and got rid of all its bullets. Now this bit's not too bad. Sneak through the gappy gaps. There we go. And look at the score rocketing up now. I'm on 47,000 bonus counter. Right, I bombed there, chickened out. Score's racing up again. So I've used the force 5 times on this level. That was probably a 6th time. Now this bit I absolutely adore. This bit is my favourite bit of any shoot 'em up ever. Where you get these centipede things coming through the level, chucking millions of bullets at you. And it's just stunning. I love it. And it looks... I did bomb there. I don't think I needed to bomb, but I'm getting a bit nervous now. Because I'm 45 million. But this, it's just beautiful, and I think I die here. But getting through this bit just gives you such a good feeling. And I have done it before. I've got past this, but I've never scored more than this. This is my ultimate. Ah, there we go, you see. Ran into the tail of the beast. That was pretty good. Gave me 45 million, which was nearly 46 million. So let's call that 6 million more than my previous high score. And in it goes. And then if you look on the scoreboard, leaderboard for Maniac, I'm up to 350th place. And how many points am I behind the guy in front? Not very many. What's that, 30,000? That's probably one shot on that last level. Anyway, thanks for watching. I will be updating this and doing more runs on it because I love it. That's only the Maniac level I've done so far. I want to do Ultra and Normal as well. But yeah, I've done an improvement. I've gone from 516th in the world to 350th. So I'll take that for now. Join me again for part 2. If you liked that, subscribe, like it, tick on the little bell if you want. Go on, it'll help me. You know it will. Anyway, thanks for watching. Love your work. Bye.